Hey, Board Cats. I did a video a while back on how to use your degree progress report to check on your progress and to register for classes. There's a new tool that's been rolled out called the Degree Planner. It's part of the registrar's office stuff that they're calling ROAR. It's the O in the ROAR, Organize Your Degree Planner. So I thought I'd show you some of the features of it. So one of the things that it's going to do is it's going to pull all the courses that you need and put them into your degree planner in some order. It's not going to always be the order that probably I would necessarily think is the best order, or even you might not think it's the best order. But luckily, it's easy to move things around and change stuff if you need to. So one of the things that's kind of cool is that it's going to show you the things that you need and why you need them. So it'll say something like, here's a GE class, Learning for Life, and it'll show you this RQ. Anytime it says an RQ, that's a requirement that you have to graduate. So all of these things will show what that particular thing is. Sometimes it won't give you information because it's like an elective within your major, or some things like that that you might need to find, and so do a little bit of searching around for. But it's easy to do that by clicking on this select course information stuff. It also does some things to sort of reduce some areas that can be confusing, like choosing your upper division pathway for GE, because when you look on your degree progress report, it lists like 30 different requirements with a bunch of classes under each requirement, and so it can be pretty confusing. But here there's a thing that lets you see that your general education upper division pathway says select only one upper division pathway for 9 units, and then you can click this select option and it's going to pull up what you can choose from. So you just need to select one of these things, right? So you can choose one pathway: agriculture, California studies, equity, ethics, and policy, all the way down to sustainability and climate change. You should choose the one that seems interesting to you. And if you're really not quite sure, then you can say, I wonder what this California studies one is like, and you can click on some of the requirements for it. And you can see that, for the sciences part, I can take one of these biology classes. And for the arts and humanities part, I can choose from a number of classes in different disciplines: some history classes, some languages and cultures, Latin American studies, philosophy, religious studies. So, lots of things to choose from with that. The social science, same thing. There's going to be a bunch of things: some American Indian studies, anthropology, econ, management, poli-sci, social science. So there's lots of different things that you can choose from. So you can look through the requirements for any of these pathways. And once you've found one that you like, you just click this select button, and then it will limit the things that show up in your degree planner to the courses that are specific for whichever of the pathways you happen to choose. So that's a nice thing, because sometimes that's a little bit confusing, and so that reduces some of the confusion about things. There's a similar thing if you happen to be one of our English studies students. That within English studies, you can focus in on sort of more general things, or you can do creative writing, or you can focus in on linguistics or writing studies or literature. So but when you look at that sort of on a degree progress report, it looks like there's a million things that you have to do. It's not really as complicated as that. And so, again, you can select here from the options. So if you wanted to do the creative writing, you would just select this option 1, and this is going to, again, let you see what courses you can choose from, right? And for creative writing, it's pretty simple, because all 3 of these are going to list the same set of courses. So, you just have to take 3 out of these 5 course offerings. If you wanted to do general studies, then you'll have one course that's going to be a literature course. There's going to be a course that's going to be about composition and rhetoric. There's going to be a course that's going to focus on creative writing, and a last course that's going to focus on an aspect of linguistics. So that's the general studies. But whichever one you happen to be wanting to pursue, it doesn't really matter which one. You just will be able to select it here. And then when you look actually in your degree planner, instead of having like all of these requirements sort of showing up as possibilities, it's going to limit it to the course possibilities within that that particular choice that you've made here. So it's going to make your degree planner a little bit cleaner and sort of easier to navigate. In terms of like using this tool, it's a pretty straightforward thing. You can, move things around if you want to. If you decided that you really wanted to take this course in spring instead, you can drag it down here and it'll make that change happen. It's, pretty intuitive. If it behaves in a strange way, like it doesn't let you do something that you want to do, then it might be because you're trying to put like 18 units into a semester and you have it set with just 15 as the maximum. So you can go in and edit that and change it and do things like that. Like right now, it's going to show you that there's 7 units selected for this semester, even though you have 5 classes that are listed along here. That's because you have to choose particular courses for some of these. And until you've done that, it won't sort of like show the units up at the top here. But it's pretty straightforward. Select the course. It's going to give you, again, the things that are possibilities for this. There's a lot of choices that you could make for a class like this. And once you've nailed down the one that you like the best, then you just click the select and it will lock it in for you. So that's the way to use your degree planner. Hope this is helpful. As always, it's a good idea to meet with somebody, advisor. That could be me. It might be my colleague, Dr. Matt Brown. It might be meeting with one of the advisors over in the HFA Success Studio in the Performing Arts building. But having somebody to sort of look along with you as you select your courses can be really useful, and I highly encourage it. So until next time, thanks.